Yeah, I know this is a screenshot. Just bear with me a second, okay? This is a story of a beautiful woman. She has children, and she says this is really personal. I don't want to give her name out, but she's a professional photographer, and I sold one of my cameras, and I picked up another camera. And I got the camera from Los Angeles, and it's from a place that does consignment. Now, on the camera, there's copyright information where someone could enter in their copyright information. Now, I'm not going to give you her name. I'm not going to show you her name. But anyway, her name is on there, and it's blah blah photography. And the place where I got this camera sells a lot of consignment gear in Los Angeles. And I looked her up online, and she's just an amazing woman with a mom, and she talks about the sensitive heartbreak she went through of being found with malignant breast cancer, and you know, what an awesome person. And I was looking at her pictures, and I think she's Japanese. I don't know. I don't want to give out her name, but she talks about you know, her family, and I think I'm doing an honor. I mean, I was cleaning up this camera, and it's like, you know, I wonder who owned this camera before. And it's like talk about it's like one of those message in a bottle deals, you know, where a message washes up on the beach, and you know, you read a letter inside. And you know, this is on her photography site, where she shows her portfolio pictures, and this is her, and she says this is her children that are waiting for her after she got out of cancer remission. And I don't want to divulge her name or anything, but I think she's an awesome woman, and I'm actually choked up that I have the honor of owning her older camera. I assume she upgraded to something else, and you know, that's really fascinating. I don't want to actually give away, let's look at her portfolio, but without showing her name, since I don't want to do that. And, you know, take a look at some of her pictures. And some of these pictures I know because I'm familiar with the sensor on this camera. It kind of has its own fingerprint, and I know that some of these pictures were taken with this camera that I just got in today. I'm sold off one of my DSLRs, and I purchased this one because it was such a great deal. And she took it into a consignment shop. Obviously, it's a consignment shop on the West Coast. I don't want to name their name, but they're really huge, and they do consignment gear. And I called them up because I'd heard of them before, and I wanted to ask them, not about who owned the camera. It's like, yeah, all we do is consignment gear. Normally we deal with Leica and Zeiss and stuff. And it's like, well, you know, and I was sitting here cleaning the camera, and I was going through the menus on the camera, and there's a copyright button where you can actually, of course, enter in your copyright information right here. It's in the setup menu, and if you actually go there, I'm going to hide her name. But anyway, I was going to erase it, but I might just leave it in there, but make sure that the name is left off. But it's just so really neat, you know. It's somebody should have erased that off of there, but you know, I'm actually glad that her name was still on there, and I actually know who owned this camera, and she seems to be such an amazing woman, and that's really, really cool. I just thought you guys would think that was neat. And I was looking at some of her portfolio pictures, and obviously a lot of these were taken with this camera of hers. And what an awesome family. I mean, I wished I had some children. I always wished I did have children. So I thought you guys would think that that was interesting. The camera arrived today via priority mail, and I always wonder, it's like, I wonder who owned this before. What photographer owned this before? And you kind of wonder, it's like, well, did they take good care of it? Of course, you can tell with looking at the camera whether they took really good care of something or not, but it's so neat. It's really so neat seeing stuff like that. Maybe you're not as fascinated as I am, but I just thought that was just cool as hell. And hugs and warm wishes to the unnamed professional photographer out there. And best wishes on your awesome recovery from cancer. And you've, of course, this is on her own website, but, I'm being very sensitive. She says, be sensitive. This is my personal story, and this is her without her hair. And isn't that awesome? That's just so neat. I feel really privileged to own her older camera. You go, girl. You're awesome. Best of wishes to you, okay? You're really cool. Thanks. Hope you all enjoyed watching that. I just discovered that myself. I just thought that was so cool I had to share. Thanks.